Hey, Pastor Dan. Hey, Raquel.
Hi, Dan. Hi, Raquel.
Hey, Pastor Dan and Raquel.
Hi, Pastor Dan.
Hi, Pastor Dan and Raquel.
Hi, Pastor Dan.
Hey, PD.
Congratulations.
When I think of Dan, I think of someone who is not only a mentor, but is a friend.
Hi, Pastor Dan. I remember a day about 5 years ago walking into your office and telling you that God had called me to be a missionary, a home missionary up at Syracuse University. And I remember your face. You never were surprised or laughed. You said, I think you'd be great at it. We want to support you any way we can here at North Central. And you have. You've supported me financially. You've opened your building every time we've needed something. Even when I needed things like bags for study for finals, or I needed meals for huddles, North Central family has been there supporting me, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you for giving yourself away to not only the family at North Central, but also to the FCA family up at Syracuse University. The Maleras appreciate you and Raquel, and we love you. Thank you.
Hi, Pastor Dan. Ed Lorenzo here, taking a moment to congratulate you and thank you for your 10 years of service and dedication to the families of North Central, the community, and the Lorenzo family. I also wanted to share one very special moment that is in my heart, will always be in my heart. 10 years ago when I was diagnosed with stage 3 cancer, and the church, you and organized Love in Action, and we were one of the first recipients to receive that. That to us was a very big blessing. We had numerous people here in our home helping us with chores and things that had to be done, and one of the biggest things was we even got a deck built in our home that we were planning for, something that was going to be put in the back burner because of my illness. And it's something that still stands in my home physically and in my heart. So again, wanted to thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And blessings to you and your family.
Hi, I'm Rich Parisi, part of the pastoral team at North Central. I've been blessed to work with Pastor Dan for many years now. First was on the board for 12 years, and during that time we hired Pastor Dan as our Executive Director of Ministries. And then after a year in that position, we asked him to candidate for our pastoral senior position, and was part of that search committee, and was blessed when over 10 years ago in January, Pastor Dan was approved by our congregation to become our new pastor. Pastor Dan is someone who I respect and look up to in so many ways, but there's two things that have concerned me in his ministry at North Central. One, beating up the Boston Red Sox from the pulpit. Pretty consistently, Pastor Dan. I know they've got 4 championships this century, but take it easy. Secondly, what he refers to as the evil empire, the New England Patriots, even more than 4 championships this century, Pastor Dan. Give them a break, my friend. Thankfully, he is, however, a big Syracuse University fan. Go Orange, PD. All right. And most importantly, he is a wonderful senior pastor and a blessing for all of us at North Central. One of the things that I truly admire and appreciate about Pastor Dan is his consistency in keeping the main thing the main thing. He talks to us about being gospel-centered. He lives a gospel-centered life. He talks to us about the importance of how we love our wives, how we love our kids, our families, how we discipline them, etc. He does that. Pastor Andy Stanley said years ago, there's certain things that only you can do. Only you can be a husband to your wife. Pastor Dan is a great husband to Raquel. Only he can be a dad to Kaylee and Jayla and Caleb and Josiah. And again, he does that beautifully. A great example for us. He lives that gospel-centered life that we talk about. He loves others, he teaches others, he inspires others. He's a reader. He encourages us as a staff at North Central to be readers and to continue growing and learning, to be lifelong learners, and to just continue to grow closer to Christ. I thank him for that. I'm blessed by that. He's humble, he's authentic, and most of all to me, he's been a great friend. And I appreciate that, Pastor Dan. I love you, love Raquel, We're thankful for the Williams family. Joey and I are so blessed by your ministry. Thank you. Best wishes in the future, my friend.
Hey PD, just want to say a quick congrats on 10 years of ministry at North Central. Just so grateful to God for the way that you have so specifically loved me and helped to shape my life and disciple me. Also just so grateful for the way that He's joined our lives together as friends and allowed us to do ministry together in this greatest cause. So grateful for you. Love you so much, and congrats.
And Raquel, we're thankful for you too. We're thankful for your love and your friendship, and thank you for investing in me and in our kids in Kids Central and in our musicians and our music ministry. And thanks for opening your home to us. And we've had a lot of fun, a lot of great times in these last 10 years, and we're looking forward to many more to come. You are a gift and a treasure, and we just love you so much. And we're so thankful for both of you and for your kids and your family. We're so thankful to God that not only has He made us friends, but He's made us family. So we love you. Congratulations.
Hey everyone, my name is David. This is my wife Erin. I serve as a lead pastor at Trinity Assembly, and we just wanted to say congratulations to Dan and Raquel, 10 years leading at North Central Church. We honor you guys.
Raquel, I have been so blessed to watch you lead alongside Dan and raise your beautiful family. Our conversations have really shaped the way that I converse with other people. You really are an inspiration, and I love you dearly.
Dan, you've been a mentor in my own life, and just a couple years now serving as a pastor at Trinity, and I just think of 10 years of your faithfulness. Faithfulness to the scriptures, faithfulness to the local church, faithfulness to the community that God has planted you guys in. And we just respect you guys, we love you guys. We consider it a real joy to journey through life and ministry together, and we give thanks to God for you both and for your beautiful family. And so we really hope that you enjoy this special celebration.
Hi everybody, we're Pastor Jack and Donna Richards, and we just dropped by to say to Pastor Dan and Raquel, congratulations.
10 years of ministry, 10 years of vision and strength, prayer. We're just so thankful that God has blessed you, and we're praying that God would give you vision, strength, and a spiritual leadership to lead the North Central congregation in the next 10 years as well.
Yes, blessings.
God bless you.
Hi Dan, hi Raquel. I just wanted to lend my voice to the chorus of praise, of gratefulness and celebration for your investment here at North Central over the past decade. It seems like just yesterday that you, Dan, invited me, a lazy, oily, turtly college student, to be an intern with you at Grace in your youth ministry there. We were both very different people back then. You a little bit more so than I. We won't mention how you were different, but I am grateful for the investment you made in me. You invited me not only into your ministry life and into your professional life, but you invited me into your personal life as well. You invited me into your family, and that looked like dinners around your table, sitting, watching you love your wife, Raquel, love your kids, and raise them to fear God and to know Jesus. And it has been the greatest opportunity of my life to learn how to be a great husband, learn how to be a great dad, learn how to be a great leader by watching you do it. You spent infinite number of hours investing in me and investing in dozens and dozens and dozens of people who can trace their leadership lineage back to you. And as you make disciples in your life, there's a lot of people that you have loved and connected and invested in. And I know that being a lead pastor is not an easy thing to do. It's not easy to do when you are the brunt of a lot of attacks. You get a lot of arrows shot at you, and I know that I'm not an easy person to lead, so I apologize for that, but thank you for your graciousness. Thank you for your endurance and your steadfastness and your commitment to keeping the main thing here at North Central. You do things differently. I'm standing in an office that demonstrates that. You invite everyone into your life. You invite everybody into a discipleship journey, and you are a great model for what it means to be a gospel-centered follower of Jesus. So there's so many things I can say, but the biggest thing I can say is thank you, thank you, thank you. And I look forward to seeing your leadership continue to blossom and the great thing that's going to happen and are going to be done through your leadership and through your life here at North Central and the lives of people that you connect with. So thank you, love you guys. You deserve all the celebration, all the praise that you get tonight, and I look forward to seeing it happen.
Dan Williams, thank you so much. Your ministry has touched me not only personally over the years, but professionally. As I've worked with this community at Donlin Drive and partnered with North Central, you have taken such great care of us in this community that we truly have become a family that makes a difference. Thank you for all of your support and undying appreciation for this community.
Hey, Pastor Dan and Raquel. We want to congratulate you on your 10th anniversary of being at North Central, leading our church to a gospel-centered church, one that reaches out to the community. And I believe you're following in the shoes of the founding pastor, Pastor Miles. It was always his desire to reach this community and touch people's lives and touch the families that come to this church. And we continue to see that, loving our church the way you do, reaching out to the school like Donlin Drive, and we put this fabulous building up that keeps our children safe and helps them learn about Christ, a Christ-centered church. So we thank you again, and we ask God's blessing upon you.
And Raquel, you've been walking right alongside of Dan, loving him and being a supportive wife. You guys are a team. Thank you for the leadership that you've given to Kids Central, and thank you for being there for our kids and pointing our children to Christ. And now you have the great opportunity of teaching in the preschool and touching the hearts of families within our community, and what a privilege is before us. Together, both of you have set an example for your 4 children. It's exciting to see what God is doing in their hearts and leading them to fulfill His purpose in their lives. Thank you, Team Williams. We love and appreciate you.
Hey, Pastor Dan. Hey, Raquel. It's Jim and Carrie. Just want to wish you guys a happy 10-year anniversary, and just want to know what an impact you've had on both of our lives. Not only have you discipled me and shown me what it looks like to live a life as someone who follows Jesus, but you've invested in me, and you've shown me and taught me how to be a leader, and have inspired me to be a better leader. So I'm just so thankful for you, for Raquel, for your entire family, for how you let us pour into your kids, and we just love you guys to death, and wouldn't be where we are today without either of you. So happy anniversary. We look forward to 10 more years of serving with you and knowing you and calling you guys friends.
And I just wanted to give a special shout out to Kaylee and Jayla and Caleb and Josiah. I know it's a lot to always share your parents, but you guys have always done that so graciously. We've come over for dinners, we've taken your parents away, spent a lot of time with them without you guys, and I know that's a lot to ask, and you guys do such a good job at letting your parents lead and love on other people. So I just want to say thanks, Team Williams. You guys are the best.
We love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Pastor Dan and Raquel.
Congratulations on 10 years as the pastor of North Central Church.
We remember when we first came, the very first day, you took time, actually quite a bit of time, and got to know us, ask questions, and we got to know you. And that just set the stage for our relationship. All along, you've always taken time and really gotten into our lives and invited us in as friends. And we really value that, and we think it's something special.
Yeah, we are still blown away to this day at how you and Raquel both invested in our lives and called us friends. And then you've also taught us firsthand how to be a disciple and to open up our homes to our friends and our neighbors and to live as missionaries. And we are forever grateful for all that you've invested in us.
So for this video, we kind of put together a little list of words that cause us to think about Dan and Raquel.
Yeah, so, all right, so here are some words, and we'll explain each one, but we'll have a little fun with it. All right?
Go first.
Okay, first one, sermons. PD's hand gestures.
PD's hand gestures. Second one, desserts.
Oh my gosh, I'll never forget the first time we had those delicious chocolate-covered strawberries that Raquel made. All right, next word is shoes.
Dan always has the most stylish shoes on. I hope he has them on today, so I'm not proved wrong.
Next, oh wait, no, your turn.
Oh, servant.
Yeah, Raquel is serving everyone, everywhere, every Sunday, and that's awesome. All right, this is a fun one. Snowblower. Seriously, every time it snows.
Lesson learned. Next word, thrifty shopper.
Okay, so I can't tell you how many times I've bought something and then I get a million texts or Facebook messages about how I could have gotten it cheaper. So PD is a thrifty shopper for sure. All right, and paparazzi.
I don't know if you've noticed, but he spends as much time behind the camera taking pictures of all you all as he does actually talking to you in person.
Which thankfully we have most things documented because of Pastor
Photo
Dan.
documentation. Last word, genuine.
Genuine. They are the real deal for sure. Pastor Dan and Raquel, you are wonderful, and we're so grateful to have you in our lives. Thanks for letting us be in your lives.
Let this night be totally awesome and special for you. We love you guys.
Love you both. Bye.
Hey, Pastor Dan and Raquel. We are so grateful to be a part of this celebration for both of you. And thank you for investing in us and allowing us to be a part of leadership at North Central and being patient with us and teaching us what it really means to live out Jesus in our everyday lives. We're excited to see what the next 10 years look like for you.
Yeah, totally. I look back on those years when I got out of college and was first stepping into ministry, and those were such formative, influential years, and you invited me into your circle, and I look back on that and realize that really the foundation of everything we do in leadership is built on that. So just thanks for doing that and giving me a job for those years when we were in North Central, and I met Krista there, so that was pretty good deal for me. All right, so just really grateful for you guys, and we know that the future is bright for you and for North Central, and I'm pretty sure you're a great leader because Raquel's behind the scenes teaching you how to do it. So we love and appreciate her as well. So love you guys. Excited to celebrate this day with you. See ya.
Wow, 10 years just like that. I have had the privilege of serving with Pastor Dan for the last 5 years, and I'm so thankful for that. I am so thankful for Dan for many reasons. I'll try to keep it brief, but I'm so thankful for how quick he is to listen. I'm so thankful for how he is the same person in the office as he is at the church on Sunday, as he is at the gym, as he is in the thrift store. Dan is the same, and I really appreciate that because I know that's not always the case with leaders and the type of position that he's in. I'm so thankful for Dan because of his steadiness. He is wonderfully predictable in the best way possible. And you always know he's going to be quick to have a coupon for lunch, and you always know that lunch is going to be quick if you're on the clock. I really appreciate how hardworking Pastor Dan is, and how mindful he is of the importance of the work that he's doing in his role as the lead pastor at North Central, and how intentional he is with his team in running a tight ship and being productive and using money wisely. And that's something that I have really benefited by being under his leadership with. I'm so thankful for Pastor Dan and how he lives on mission. I've had the privilege of spending time with his family at his home and with his kids and youth group, and I know that Dan is the same because your kids are always the quickest to throw you under the bus, and they all love him deeply. And because of that, I know that Dan has awesome parenting advice, and I look to him often for advice, knowing that he has the type of respect in his home that I hope to have, and as he serves his family and manages his time, I look to him and see an example that is worthy of following. When I think of Dan, I think of someone who is not only a mentor, but is a friend, someone that I like to spend time with, someone that I like to laugh with, and someone that I just enjoy being with, and I'm so glad that I get to share my life with him. When I think of Dan, I think of someone who has helped shape my life spiritually, someone who has helped me to understand the gospel more fully, someone who has helped me move from my upbringing in a very conservative, rule follower type of faith to someone who understands that the gospel is done for us and that we get to live in thankfulness and live in thankfulness for what Jesus has done for us, that he's already been perfect so that we don't have to. And I need that constant reminder, and Dan has been that voice constantly reminding me of the good news. And so I'm so thankful for him as a leader, pastor, mentor, friend, and I would say as a spiritual father, taking me under his wing as a teenager. I always wanted to spend more time with Dan. I always followed him around. Some things never change, but I'm so thankful for you, and I'm looking forward to many more years to come.
Thank you, Pastor Dan, for over 10 years of faithful service to North Central Church. It's a high privilege and a sacred responsibility to be called pastor. Jesus told Peter, "Feed my sheep." Peter later said to other pastors to care for the flock entrusted to you, to lead them by being an example. Paul said to Timothy, "Preach the word and be an example." And another time he said, the pastors are to equip the saints for the work of ministry. You have been faithful to your call. Thank you. It's been a privilege to have served with you for a time and an honor to call you friend. God bless you and Raquel and your family as you continue to serve the wonderful people of North Central and equip them for the work of the ministry to North Central, Onondaga County, and beyond. Oh, and thank you for always making sure that Jesus is the hero in his church.